Spencer Day, manager of Farnborough. You said before the game you came here with nothing to lose, Spencer, and you certainly did that today.
We deserved at least a point. Very, very disappointed. Thought we played fantastically well. Thought we stuck to the game plan, and we've had great chances. We've not had the key moments of the game. The decision in 5 minutes not to give a penalty and send off the goalkeeper, I'm afraid, is a poor decision. The only two people in the ground who didn't see it were the lino and the ref. But it's a blatant red card, blatant penalty. We didn't get that. We missed a sitter in the first minute, and we've had 3 fantastic chances in the second half, and their only goal is a fluke. You know, he's completely mishit the shot by 20 odd yards, and it's gone straight to their man. He crosses and he scores. So a lot of positives, but we've lost the game, and we've got to pick ourselves up, because that's all credit to Woking. That's what makes champions. That's what gets teams promoted. We dealt with them well. They're a quality side, and we're very, very disappointed. We deserved at least a point, but that little bit of quality in the last third we missed. You know, we've got to score. We've had the chances there, and a poor touch has let the keeper smother one, and another one a great defensive block, but the ball should be in the back of the net by then. So pleased how far we've come. We've given them a really tough game, but I've also made it very clear in the dressing room we've lost, and we've got to go out. We're in a relegation battle, and I don't want us to come to April going, "Or what if we should have got something at Woking?" We deserved something today, but we didn't get it, and we've got to learn quick and make sure we get these points to get away from this battle. And with this very difficult month of games we've got to pick up points, and we know that next Sunday we're going to again have to be at our very best to get something out of the game.
When you talk about turning points in a match, clearly the penalty was perhaps very much a turning point. Do you get a chance to speak to the referee and understand a bit about his decision behind that incident?
I spoke to him after the game. I'm not one for ranting and raving. It's done. I asked him calmly, and he told me his reasons. I'm not happy with it, and I think the tape will show. I am a long way from it, but from my angle, and I think from 99% of people in the ground's angle, that is a stonewall penalty. He's on top of my striker. That's a penalty and a red card. It's 5 minutes into the game. But it's done. The cliche is that luck evens itself up over the season. Hopefully we'll get a bit of luck next Sunday or next week. I'm sure we will. It's just we deserved more than we got today, and I'd be surprised if many teams have given Woking such a tough game, but we've got nothing out of it, and we've got to look back and say that, you know, we still get 0 points for that. As much as there's a lot of credit for the whole club, the supporters were fantastic, so much outnumbered, and you know, we go to next Sunday with positivity of just how far we've come in 6 weeks, but still with the realism that we are in a massive relegation battle, and we mustn't take our eye off the fact that we need points, and quickly.
And of course the big game coming up on New Year's Day. You know, both sides have had a chance to look at each other now and assess their strengths and weaknesses, maybe more so from a Woking perspective, because they wouldn't have known a lot about your side, Spencer.
Yes, and we're going to need everybody to get behind and support Farnborough next Sunday. I think they had over 3,000 here today. We need our fans to turn up en masse. We're going to need some luck next week. We're going to have to play very well. They wouldn't have known too much about us, although I do know they have watched us recently. We're going to have to perform that well again to get something out of the game. There's a reason they're 13 points clear. They're a very strong side. I'm pleased, but in the same breath, I'm just gutted, because we should have got something out of this game.
But as I say, you can take some positives, and perhaps it's something to come to the league leaders who are now 13 points clear. You're disappointed to be going home with nothing.
Disappointed is the luck. I'm gutted. I mean, the dressing room is gutted. But we still get nothing, and that's what champions, that's what promoted teams do. They will argue they didn't play well. We will argue that we played well and had them watched and had a game plan and tactically did a lot of things right. But if we go out with the wrong attitude next week, they'll hammer us. That's the simple fact. They are a very, very good side, and that's what the statistics say. So we'll take the positives, regroup in the week, and hopefully with a little bit of luck and some great Farnborough support behind us next Sunday, that we can go and get some points from the game.
And looking to the future in terms of bringing new personnel in, what's the situation, Spencer?
We've got a very big month ahead. We've got a lot of loans that are coming to their end, of which we need to renegotiate, see what the loanee club's attitude to extensions. Once that is established, I will know what I've got and not got, obviously, and then we'll make some decisions. If the loanies were all to stay, we will only be looking for one, maybe two more players. We want quality at the club, we want the right attitude at the club, and I think we've got a very good dressing room already. I'm very, very pleased. We've got some fantastic youngsters in the wings as well, as already been seen this season. So we want the right level of player, but it is a very big month on and off the pitch, very difficult games with obviously Woking, Welling away, coming up Western-super-Mare away, that are on a very good run as well. Very difficult games for us. And with all the loans off the pitch now coming to a conclusion, and we've got some discussions to do, but we're on top of it, and we'll hopefully come out the right side.
And is there a particular area of the pitch where you're looking to strengthen?
Yes, I mean we're looking for quality in all areas, but we're only looking for one or two players. And as I said, it comes down to the loan players. We've got two fantastic loanies, for instance, from Aldershot, one at the back, one up front. If we were to lose those loanies, then obviously up front and back we're going to have to look at. The same again, we didn't have Jack Holland available today, he was injured. The situation with the goalkeeper, which I believe will be resolved, has been resolved, we just need to do the paper, so I believe he'll now be here for the rest of the season, which is excellent news. So it's difficult to say which areas until I really know who we've actually got. But looking forward to the rest of the season, competition for places is tough, and that's the way we want it. So if the right player comes available, then we will certainly have a look at it.
Wonderful. Spencer, thanks for joining us.
No problem.
Appreciate it. Thank you for your time.